Hey guys, my name is Chris Baker. I'm the founder and executive director over here at the Other Ones Foundation, and today we're talking about the 2023 annual report. This report represents the work that we did in service of our brothers and sisters experiencing homelessness here in Travis County, and the most important asset that we have in that work is a community built on kinship. As the Other Ones Foundation has continued to grow and thrive and change, we're serving folks in a variety of ways. The biggest and best way that I can talk about how we've served our community is that 288 of our clients exited our programs into stable housing. That's 5 people a week. That means that every single weekday, somebody is leaving our programs into stable housing. Not only did 288 people successfully exit our programs into housing, but there was 600 people served across all of our programs, which includes over 200 people served by our Workforce First program. And through that program, we were able to pay out $920,000 in earned income to people who are experiencing homelessness here in Austin. The Other Ones Foundation was built on centering the voices of the people that we serve in our program design and delivery. We are always listening. And one of the ways that we do this is through our Workforce First program. And through that program, we heard that what people need are vital records.
2023 for me was awesome. I got to meet a lot of people that come from different paths of life. I got to meet them, see what they've been through, and talk about where they're going. In 2023, we secured 283 proof of life documents, their state IDs, their birth certificates, social security cards, voter identification cards. A lot of people can't really get back on their feet because they're lacking a lot of very basic documents. We can't get an ID if we don't have a birth certificate, and they can't get a birth certificate because they don't have an ID. So it's definitely very difficult for them to accomplish obtaining those documents. And it's so important that we were able to secure those documents, because that is the first step to obtaining housing, stable employment, opening a bank account, maybe traveling to seeing their family and friends. I hope to connect with as many people as possible. I hope that I can help the community that I serve get that first step completed, get that first step achieved, and most of all, just inspire them.
Well, it's been great so far. I really honored to be able to work with you. This work is important so I can be part of the community. The first people that I met was workforce. Now I am part of the workforce. They came over to clean a campsite I was living at, and they told me about the foundation, and they offered us jobs and to be placed somewhere. I'm still waiting for my identification. I don't have anything saying who I am as far as Texas is concerned. I need a Texas ID. I do have a Texas ID, but it's an expired one, and they don't want that. They want it to be up to date. So the only way to get one up to date is get 5 other identifications, which that's the process I'm doing now. First, I signed to be a registered voter, and once I get that card in, that's going to help me get my ID. And I also have a MAP card. I have a social security number, but a card, not yet. I have a birth certificate that's coming from Guam. So far, it's been really slow. They have not responded. Those 3 items should get me my identification, hopefully by the end of June. Process is slow, but I have a lot of faith in just by keeping busy. I've met quite a few different people here, all walks of life, and their mission is totally different from mine, but I'm learning from their experience as well.
Offering services to members of our community who are unhoused is all about building a support network. We want to see every single one of the people that we serve resolve their housing crisis. And sometimes it's just a simple matter of getting them back to where their support network is. And whether that support network is here in Texas, elsewhere in the United States, or even overseas, we want to get people back to where their support network is. And we do this through our Going Home program, which rapidly diverts people from homelessness, utilizing their support network, usually the same day that we meet them.
In 2023, the Going Home program successfully diverted or rapidly exited 187 of our neighbors from homelessness. That's 187 individuals reunited with their loved ones and sheltered from the traumas associated with living on the streets. And that's a beautiful thing, my friends. Through the Going Home program, folks are provided with an opportunity to get out of a situation where things just weren't clicking or panning out like they might have hoped, and into a spot where their homelessness has been resolved, hopefully for good. Going Home is an essential resource in our community. Alongside interventions like permanent supported housing and the shelter system, diversion plays a critical role in addressing homelessness by diverting individuals and families to locations where they have supports and stable, safe housing. Concurrently, this increases available resources to our neighbors in Austin and Travis County without a viable diversion opportunity. And 2024 is looking even brighter, y'all. Thanks to ongoing support, Going Home is on pace to increase the number of community members served by 30%. So keep the referrals coming, whether by plane or bus, from coast to coast, or even across the ocean. It would be our privilege to get you home.
I was on this Facebook group for Austin moms, and I posted anonymously asking if anyone had any help for me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get out. I don't even know where to start. Somebody referred me to the program, and Jenny called me. Jenny was very kind and understanding and very empathetic. I felt very comfortable to talk to her about my situation. She was very persistent in helping me. She understood the severity of the situation, and I mean, she was very fast. She helped me very quickly.
Transportation assistance really is almost always like the last thing that a client needs in order to get reconnected to family, friends, loved ones, just trying to get to a better life. Every day it's something different, a different situation, a different problem, and so just having to navigate and adapt to the client's needs is kind of the challenges with the program. It's good to kind of learn about people's needs, learn about clients' situations, and then based on that, working out what we can do best in our program based on what they're trying to do with their life, and being like, hey, I know you're trying hard, I know you want to find a better life for yourself. I'm going to come in and help you with just that little part, just that little push to get you to where you need to be.
In 2023, our Workforce First program served a couple hundred people, paid out almost $1 million in earned income to people experiencing homelessness here in Austin. It helped people start to develop soft skills of showing up to work, being on time, and working for the day. And we kicked off construction of our John Paul DeJoria's Peace, Love, and Happiness Skills Center, which is right on the site of the Esperanza Community. And it's a partnership with Ausitn Community College that's aimed at getting people long-term, sustainable careers in the trades. Trades like HVAC, like welding, like electrical. And the hope is that these jobs are gonna help people self-resolve their homelessness.
This is the first time that we are doing something like this, and I believe that this is just the beginning. ACC will offer a variety of programs and certifications. The programs will be HVAC, plumbing, welding, and auto mechanic. And what we are trying to understand is the market needs. And every single job opportunity on a high demand is going to be articulated to those programs. Part of our job is to understand what the employer needs and how we can train that sector of the community. And that is the way that we can serve the community that has been underserved for many, many years. In order to be able to take those courses to the community, we need to think in a different way. We need to make our own design. How can we make it portable to be able to put on trainers on wheels, to be able to move the equipment in any training location at any time that we want, and move the motors on wheels, move the HVAC units, move the welding machines, and to make it totally independent. And every single sector of the community that we need to help, we are finding ways to approach them in order to teach those courses, not only on ACC premises, but also in the community.
Today we are doing reliance training, so we're learning about ethics and boundaries and things like that. Hopefully be able to better work with clients and do my best at my job too. We have OSHA 10 and HAZWOPER. It deals with environmental cleanup and how to best approach that in any given situation.
OSHA training how to be safe in every work environment. Very important to learn everything in OSHA.
I think the Other Ones Foundation is a good place because it's given me a lot of opportunities and stuff I otherwise wouldn't have had. They've given me confidence and a self-worth that I didn't have at the time, and I see myself more in a positive light.
I started with the work program, and after that, I did Mongolian services, which is very good and I respect very much because it lifted my spirit, my confidence. Everything is possible as long as you go after it.
People see that they still matter and that they very much have something to offer still. You can come up even in the hardest of times, and I just wish everybody luck and just keep up the hard work because it'll pay off.
Also in 2023, we expanded our shelter services by building more of Esperanza. By the conclusion of 2023, we had put 100 cabins on the ground, 4 hygiene facilities, 2 community gathering spaces, and 6 flexible use service provision locations. We've also expanded our housing stability services, and those are services that don't just get people into housing, but are aimed at keeping them there.
2023 included me working with a bunch of innovative, incredible, badass, passionate people, and it helped start a lot of our clients here on their journey to stabilization. Housing stability is taking people who have experienced chronic homelessness and getting them on their feet and providing them with everything necessary that they need to stabilize and live on their own and have their own place. We had to navigate a lot of housing resources in Austin and figure out the best place for each of these clients, and it involved talking to lots of landlords and making a lot of agreements and deals. We served, I think it was 94 people, and Hippie was just one of them, but I'm very grateful that I got to work with someone like Hippie. He helped me to learn a lot about this position, especially since I had him from the start and I was new to case management. Hippie had a big part in this community and he was very passionate about it, but he realized that there were better things out there for him. It was a bumpy road a lot of times, but we got there. We both learned a lot of stuff together, but he's housed now.
We're here in 3, 2. Hi, I'm Don Montgomery. They call me Hippie. I've been playing since I was 16 years old. Did a lot of roadieing, now I'm doing my music. I had heard about Esperanza on the news, and I pulled up there on the 3rd week they were open. There weren't a lot of services. We all took care of ourselves. And then 2 started coming in and really trying to help people directly, asking them what they wanted, trying to give it to them. When 2 came in, they started putting more of that comfort back into the system. Regular meals, transportation, case managers had some sense, helped us get our paperwork. I got all kinds of licenses and paperwork pulled together while I was there. Then once we got in those cabins, that even firmed up and things were just like a real smooth but accelerated curve back into humanity, if you will.
This is my brother, Donald Montgomery.
When I came to Austin in 1980, I just said, well, I'm going to my first love and do what I like to do, which is performance. I signed a lease on the 18th of April. And moving forward, I'm just going to try to get my songs out, maybe sell a song.